welcome, I'm Lloyd, and this is the Dressing Gown Diary review of round 1 and preview of round 2 of the 2026 Six Nations. Let's fire straight in. We've obviously covered off France's brilliant win against Ireland. Ireland recovered late on, scoring some points, but ultimately they were battered. It's the first time that they've been on the wrong side of over a 10-point deficit. They've done it back-to-back by losing to the All Blacks as well. So Ireland, lots of questions to answer, but we'll dig into that in a bit a while. The second game of the weekend saw a rout, rain in Rome. We found out that Scotland just didn't have it, didn't have what was needed. Italy found form, found a way. They scored their points when it wasn't raining and held on heroically. It was a massive win. It's the first time that Italy have won in the opening game of the Six Nations since 2013. They'll be hoping to make it 2 out of 2 this coming Saturday, but that, of course, is an entirely different challenge. Scotland were humbled. There are question marks now raised over the future of Townsend, and surely if there's a poor result this weekend in the Calcutta Cup, those questions will only get louder and louder. What can Townsend find? England, well, they didn't really have to do that much, did they, in absolutely dispatching Wales? It was probably worse than I'd feared, but when you take 4 yellow cards, what can you expect? Wales were down to 14 men as early in the 16th minute. They then went down to 13 men in the 17th minute, managed to only concede in that period of 13 men 12 points. That might be looking quite good. Then they doubled down again, another yellow card in the 64th minute, doubled with a fourth yellow card in the 66th minute, but only conceded a penalty try in that match and that section of the game. So they played with 13 men in total for 17 minutes. It's just shocking discipline from Wales. I mean, where do you go? The question mark, though, is have England left points out on the pitch? This championship could go down to, well, probably will go down to the last game with France hosting England, but it might go down to points difference and have England left points out there. Wales are certainly like the easy Italy of old, where you just have to pile the points on. I mean, England had secured their bonus point in the 35th minute so early. Anyway, let's get into the preview then of this weekend's round. So it opens up with Ireland hosting Italy. Ireland hoping to bounce back from a poor performance in Paris. As I said, it's their first 10-point plus defeat back-to-back, or it's their worst defeat in over a decade in the Six Nations. It's their first back-to-back 10-point loss deficit as well. They've got a lot to answer. Italy, as I said, going for 2 wins out of 2 for the first time ever, but that is heavily stacked against them. Surely Ireland are going to be better at home. Surely they're going to roar forward. They've got a 100% record against Italy at home. They're the only team to have that record. I think England might actually have it, but back-to-back for the first time since they'll be hoping to that. Menoncello, interesting stat here. He made 112 metres from 5 carries against Scotland in Rome last weekend. That is, of course, in a position where there was considerably bad weather, but surely Italy are going to struggle here. The markets are offering them between 15, 16, 17 points. Ireland will be looking to really force the pace here, secure as many points as possible. The second game of the weekend, it's a big one. It's the Calcutta Cup. Scotland will be looking to fight back. Can they ask for a better opponent at home that gets the juices flowing? Doesn't look like it's going to be raining in Edinburgh, but I'm sure the Scots will be fired up for this. They also hold the wood over England, 5 wins and a draw out of the last 8 matches, but this surely looks like a big task. England on the back of 12 wins. They have confidence, they have power. Itoje back into the lineup. They look pretty settled as well. They seem to know how they're playing. I don't think they gave too much away against Wales about how the strike moves, because they didn't really need to. But I'd expect to see a bit more coming forward. There's no space, surprisingly, in the Scottish lineup for the England the menace that Duan de Verba. He's caused so many problems for England over time. Scored some great tries, but he doesn't even make it into the squad. Nor does Blair Kinghorn. So can England find a way to just close Scotland down? Of course they can. This is a massive task for Scotland to step up, and I think it's probably beyond them. Wales host France. I mean, geez, it's just depressing. Let me give you some stats that indicate how much the Welsh public have fallen out of love with Welsh Rugby Union. So for the France game, as of today, there are 15,300 tickets available. For the Scotland game on Saturday week, 6,700, and there's 27,000 tickets available against Italy. It's overpriced and the product is poor. The issue that this is creating as well is the clubs that generally sell the tickets, the regional clubs and stuff, they have to prepay they order the tickets and then have to flog them. I mean, there's been positions, a couple of rugby clubs have been offering buy one, get one free. The desire of the Welsh public to watch their team has just fallen off a cliff. And is it any surprise the way they've been playing? But Joe Hawkins comes in. France they're giving a debut to Fabien Bradbury. Let's see how he goes. He's a winger, scores a lot of tries. Probably going to be a lot of opportunities. Wales, last home win, only 1,464 days ago. I mean, what kind of stat is that? It makes you want to cry, but this is where Wales are at. France have 7 wins on the bounce against Wales. The last one was 43-0. I mean, France looked so good last weekend and they left plenty in the tank. After they secured the bonus point, they kind of slowed it down and weren't really that fussed. Yes, Ireland had a little bit late on, but then France still scored the last try of the game. I mean, Wales are lambs to the slaughter in this. So, Freddie's flutter. I was tempted by Italy keeping a bit tighter, but having backed Italy for week 1 and, of course, securing a win. This week, we are going England, and I don't normally do that, but I fancy them to absolutely steamroll Scotland. So you should be able to get Scotland plus 8, 9, maybe 7. But whatever it is, England are just going to roll it. So get your money on England minus 10, I'd go, even 12. Have a look at it. A little shout out as well. So one of my followers, he's absolutely dropped a bollock this week. He's a passionate Scotsman. He watches every game, but he has managed to arrange a Valentine's meal with his wife, fortunately his wife, at 4:40. The kickoff is at 4:40. What were you doing? Mackay, hold your head in your hands. Have a strong, hard look at yourself. Shocking. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Dressing Gown Diary. Enjoy all of the weekend's rugby. 6 halves of the best rugby to come.